would this look better with... We're gonna leave it like this. Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Krystal. It's been a couple years, but I'm back. Sorry for the really bad lighting. We're in my living room as usual. I don't have lights or anything like that, and my makeup looks a little bit bad. You know what? I'm gonna turn on the light. Okay, you can see me a little bit better. You can see my... I should have left the light off. Anyways, today I really wanted to make a video. I really wanted to talk to people about Produce 48. Now, this is the, if you don't know what it is, it's the third season, the third Korean installment of Produce 101. Produce 101 Season 1 was the girl version, the first version, and that was what produced IOI. And then we had Produce 101 Season 2, which was the boy training version, and that produced 101. And both groups, very successful. 101 is still continuing to this day. I'm not exactly sure when their contract's up, but that should be ending soon. So Produce 101 also had a spinoff, I believe, with Everything Legally Good in China, and that's a whole different story. And they also had a copy idol producer in China as well, but a different story, different things. Hi. This is Thor. What? Paw. Thank you. He's a Great Dane. He's bigger than I am, and he's also very curious as to why I'm talking into a camera. Anyways, so he's gonna be coming in and out of the video very frequently. Anyways, Thor. Anyways, so going back in, what was I talking about? Okay, so Produce 101 Season 3 was announced, and it was going to be called Produce 48. Now, Produce 48 is pretty much the same thing as Produce 101 Season 1 and 2. The difference being that, get ready for this, is that it was in a collaboration with J Idol group, AKB48. Now, that's a whole different video. I haven't really been into the Japanese idol side of things. I'm more into K-pop and things like that, but I do know of them. I listened to Heavy Rotation way back when it first came out because it was just such a big thing, and it was just a passing listen and things like that. So this was a collaboration, and this is basically with half of the girls being trainees from Korean agencies, and then the other half were going to be idols, basically, from AKB48. And this was met with a lot of criticism and things like that, because these girls were already technically they already had their debut, and they're in the J Idol world and things like that, and these girls from the Korean agencies were not. Aside from a couple that had already debuted in every season. That's so many topics within this topic. But besides the point, they are also thinking that because the way that trainees are trained is so different between South Korea and Japan, that the Korean trainees were going to pretty much outshine all of the Japanese idols and things like that. But each episode brought different trials and different people into the front running scene. What was really different about this season compared to the first two seasons was that there was really no clear front runner. Not like John Somi from, sorry if I'm butchering these names, Somi from JYP, who you pretty much knew she was going to be number one, right from the get-go. She was that popular, and she already had a really big fan base, and the show quickly took off. And I think she was kind of interchangeable with Sejong, but they still ended up 1 and 2. There was almost no question that these two were going to be 1 and 2. Same thing with the second season. Right off the bat, Samuel had a lot of popularity and things like that, but he just wasn't enough for the Korean public. But Daniel got popularity, I think, within the first like 3 or 4 episodes, and he just took off from there, and you knew that he was going to be number one. Like, there was no question about it. Like, he was going to be number one. It wasn't even like in season 1 where Somi and Sejong were kind of, you know, going head to head. Like, you knew Daniel was going to win. And this season, the only one that I could have told you for sure was going to make this group was HKT48 Sakura. I'm not even going to try her last name, family name. She was just always within the top 12. Like, it didn't matter if she was number 1, if she was number 2. It didn't matter. She was always going to be in there. And everybody loved her. But we'll get into her in just a little bit. I wanted to talk about the final group and kind of give you my thoughts and my opinions and my emotions. There's going to be some unpopular opinions that I give out, but you know, if you have any differing opinions or if you want to talk, like, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I love K-pop, and I find this series in particular to be so interesting, mainly because you kind of get to see what it's like for trainees before they hit big or they don't do anything at all, because as some of you know, a lot of these girls have debuted, produced season 1. I haven't seen a lot from season 2, but season 1 has had a lot of groups come out already, and some of them have no traction at all. I know, I can't remember her name, and this just goes to show that it doesn't help everybody. She was in Into the New World Team 1 with Yeojung, and she took on the main dancer role, and I think she made it to the concept evaluation, and then she got eliminated. She debuted in a group, and nothing. I don't even remember the group's name, and I know I watched that MV. But nothing. The most successful people to come out of Produce 101 Season 1, without a doubt, have to be Chungha as a soloist. And then I would even throw Somi in there because of all her variety and things like that. And Sejong as a soloist. She's currently in Gugudan with Mina, and that is nowhere near as successful as I'm assuming Jellyfish thought they were going to be. Cosmic Girls is doing alright, but they were already like steadily, I feel like, growing before they added Yeojung, and she's only helping them. Weki Meki is doing okay. I can't get behind them. Same thing with Gugudan. I don't enjoy them. Preston was really the front runner that everybody thought was going to really hit it big right off the bat. They had, I think, 5 or 6 girls go to Produce 101, and all of them made it past the first evaluation. And they all really did hold their own. Their debut was great. I really liked We Like. A lot of people didn't. I loved it. Still play that, and they've kind of just disappeared. I know they had Preston V, but where's the full group? Like, come on, they were Rookie of the Year. Like, let's go, do something. And honestly, So Yeon, So Yeon, from Cube, she didn't even make it into the top 11, and her group is probably doing the best. They've already had their first win, G Idol. I think they just say Idol. They're doing amazing, and I stand that group so hard, and they've only had 2 title tracks. I love them. But going back to Produce 48, the final episode was already aired, and the group's name is going to be IZONE. That's how you say it in English. I think they pronounce it a little bit differently. It probably makes more sense when you pronounce it with an accent. I'm going to say IZONE. I really don't care for the name, but, you know, I thought IOI was a stupid name, and it grew on me. So we're going to go with it. Let me pick this. One day, I'll get a good camera. Anyways, so IZONE, and we're going to start pretty much from number 1 to number 12, because 12 was the most dramatic. Let's be real here. Number 1, I actually have notes. If you see me looking down, it's because I have a ridiculous amount of notes on this. Like, that's how crazy I thought this season was. Number 1, our top prize winner, our Somi, our Daniel, our center is Jang Won Young. I believe she's also going to be the maknae, the youngest member in this group. Now, I don't hate her. I actually really think she's really pretty. I think she's adorable, and I think she's a pretty good dancer. Her voice isn't my favorite, but you know, she can carry a note and things like that. She's not going to be like a lead vocal or anything like that, but she can hold her own, and I can see why the Korean public loved her so much. I even think the international fandom would probably like her too, and as she gets older, she's probably going to be more and more well liked. Do I think she should be the center? Do I think she should be number one? No. If I'm being completely honest, I really, really did want Sakura to be number one. I think she just fit that role, and I think it just overall would look better. But you know what? Power to Won Young. I know it's not easy, and you know what? If you got the public on your side, it doesn't bother me that she's number one. Would I have preferred somebody else to be number one? Yes. But it's not that big of a deal. And I know really, really she's only going to be in the center for pretty much the first title track and then like some photo shoots. Same thing that happened with Somi. She was kind of the center in Dreamgirls and kind of the center in What a Man and Very, Very, Very. But it's not like it was just her. And I think the same thing happens with Daniel. Like, the center is kind of in the center, but it's really more of a thing in the show. It's not so much a crazy thing when they actually promote. So that... it didn't bother me. Number 2 was Sakura from HKT48. I loved her. I know a lot of people have a lot of problems with her, especially like K fans, Korean pop fans, because they don't think she's as talented and things like that. I really kind of beg to differ. When she came out with Very, 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 she did okay. I do think she would have done better as a center, but that whole... Unlike season 1, and I'm not sure about season 2, the center have very specific parts that they had to do. Like, from my understanding, both Very Very teams, the centers had to rap. And in the first season, that wasn't the case because Haein from Irony Team 2 was the center, the main vocal, everything, the leader, everything. And she did not have to do the same thing as Hae, who was the center for Sejong's team, Team 1. Or it might be Team 1, 2, 2. I get them confused. And in this season, the center already had a designated part, which makes sense because, you know, it makes everything a little bit more uniform. But at the same time, what? Like, no. Like, if a main vocal deserves to be the center, she should be the center. If a rapper should be the center, she should be the center. It shouldn't have to be, you know, well, she's a rapper, well, she's a vocal, but the center needs to rap. But that's a different thing. She probably should have been the center regardless. She did an amazing job with Pick Me. Literally, I thought she was like shining, and I don't think it was special effects. She looked that good. I think she also did a really good job during the concept evaluation. She did Blackpink's I think she did awesome. Like, her voice and her look and her expressions and her gestures just really went with the song. I think she did awesome. And she just kind of held her own like the whole time. Somebody said that they thought she was being greedy, and I don't know where they got that from. I really have no clue. I don't really have a grasp of her personality, especially because she's not fluent in Korean, and I think it was hard for her to kind of... I think it was hard for all the Japanese girls to kind of show who they were and what they liked. But I loved her, and I'm so happy she's in this group. Number 3, big shocker. I don't think anybody saw this coming, at least not for number 3, was Jo Yuri. Now, Yuri came out in Idol School, and rewatching some Idol School performances, I always thought she was a dancer. I had no clue that this girl could sing as well as she does. I really hope she becomes the main vocal of this group. I do like her. Would I have preferred maybe another main vocal? Yes. But I don't hate this girl. I just didn't think this girl was going to make the top 12. I was really surprised she made it past the concept evaluation. Really, I thought Yuri or Sian was going to, you know, trump her. And she came out and just surprised all of us. But you know what? I really like her. I have nothing bad to say about her. Do I think she should have been number 3? No, not really. But you know what? It is what it is. Good for you, girl. Number 4, Choi Ye Nam. The thing with Yena is... the thing with this girl is that right off the bat, I didn't find her annoying or anything like that. Yes, I did. I find her so annoying. Unpopular opinion, warning. I don't think she's bad. I think she's a really good idol. And she's probably going to be really good at variety. I just can't get behind her as a fan or anything like that. Do I think she deserved her spot? Yes. I mean, she worked hard and she has a good voice and she's a good dancer. I just personally don't like her. But that doesn't mean I don't think she should be in the group. I think she did a great job, and the trainees loved her because she was, I think, voted #1 as their favorite pick, and the Korean public obviously liked her. I'm just kind of okay with her. Number 5 was An Yu-jin. Look, I found Yena annoying, but I mean, I can handle her, I don't like Yujin. I don't like. I just don't like her. I think she did kind of a really bad job in the I Am performance, and she always wanted to be center. And I know people said Sakura was greedy. I think Yujin was a lot greedier if you're really looking at just what the show is showing you. I kind of find her really annoying. I don't think she's like this gorgeous visual the way some of these other girls were. The other girls have been in the past. I don't think she was particularly amazing at anything. She was kind of just there for me, and she just annoyed me. And I was really hoping she wouldn't make this group. Really, really. She's one of the girls that I would change in a heartbeat. But she's there. Thanks. Number 6. Nako. Yabuki Nako. I adore this girl. I mean, I did not know who she was until the Love Whisper performance, and her voice is very high pitched and very kind of childlike, and a lot of people don't like that. I personally usually don't like that, but because her voice has such it kind of reminds me of like Sunny from Girls' Generation's voice. Very, it kind of makes you remember things, from your childhood, from when you were younger. It's a very soothing, very it just kind of takes you back. And I loved her in Love Whisper. I kind of forgot about her in Into the New World, but she gave up center, and I think that endeared her more to the public, and I think that's what really kind of solidified that she was going to make this group. And she came out in the group. She did To Reach You. And honestly, out of all the girls that did that song, and there were some pretty powerful vocals in that song, I think she did the best. Her voice matched this song so well, and she really held her own. And it just, like I said, it's a voice that kind of just takes you back and you remember. And I love her. She's adorable and she's hilarious. And we're both short, so you go, Nako. You prove that it doesn't matter how short you are. You got this. Number 7. Kwon Eun-bi. Look. She's the leader. You want to be on camera? You hear something? What? I don't want your paw. Anyways, Kwon Eun-bi. Kwon Eun-bi from Bullet. I kind of knew off the bat this girl was going to make it. There was almost no doubt in my mind that she was going to make it into this group. She's pretty much obviously going to be their leader. She has really good leadership skills. Do I think she should be main vocal? No. I don't think she should have been main vocal in Rumor, and I don't think she should have been main vocal in the debut evaluation. I get those names confused, sorry. I don't think she should have been main vocal. She can hold her own. She can do lead vocal. She's not a main vocal. I'm sorry, girl, but you're not. You are very much a main dancer, though. I will 10 out of 10. You've earned that role. You're the leader. You're the main dancer. Don't be a main vocal. Sorry, not sorry. If I could insert music, I would have played that. And now I look like an idiot. Moving on to number 8. Everyone's favorite. Kang Hye-won. 8 too creative. I'm so sorry. I think this girl's probably a sweetheart. I loved her relationship with the Japanese trainee. I think she's great. She's improving compared to the first episode. But no, there was so many other people that could have made it to this group. There were so many people that could have made it to the second round instead of this girl. Like, I'm so sorry. My girl who looks like Sunmi, I think she just signed to MNH. Thank God. She should have made it to the second round. Jinny should have made it to the second round. Ji-eun from RDW, I don't think she made it to the second round. I don't actually know. I can't remember, to be honest. But, this girl shouldn't be in this group. I'm sure she's a sweetheart, and I'm sure eventually she's gonna. My giant ass dog is opening the pantry. I've never actually seen him do it. I know he can do it. I didn't think he had. Thor. Anyways, Hye-won, I'm kind of agreeing with the internet on this one. She shouldn't be there. Sorry. What's she gonna do? Soft rap? Hopefully show a different expression other than that's what she does. Number 9. He told me I don't have cheeks like you, but am I cute? Am I cute? That's a no. She's a fantastic dancer. I didn't really like her vocal, but like Nako, she has a very like childish voice. But unlike Won Young, she has actually a lot of power to it. She didn't want to be sub vocal 1 in the debut evaluation or in the concept evaluation, and I keep saying concept. When I say concept, I mean the songs. Previously, I said concept. I'm confusing myself. When she did Rollin', she was also the sub-vocal 1, which she didn't want because she doesn't trust her own voice. She actually really holds her own. And if you listen to her notes in the debut song evaluation, she does a fantastic job. And the vocals sound really good, really steady, really kind of pretty. Like, she's a good vocal. I prefer her voice, actually, honestly, over Kwon Eun-bi's. And I even think over Yena's. I don't know if I would give her above Yuri, but definitely above Won Young. Definitely. So, you know what? I'm really happy she made it into this group. Number 10. William Kim Chae-yeon. Another one. Where did this girl come out from? Like, I feel like out of everyone in this group, this was the big shocker. This was the big shocker. She literally came out of nowhere. I understand she was rising, and then that's fine. But this girl, she's pretty, and she's a good vocal, and she's a good dancer, and you know, she's good all around. I guess I didn't fall in love with her enough, or they didn't show her enough, or I don't know what. I just don't want her in this group. She kind of shocked me by making it, and I'm just like, I kind of wish she wasn't there. It is what it is. We're going to 11, Kim Min-ju. Now, this is one that I feel like a lot of people are also not going to agree with me. I actually really like Min-ju. Do I think she should have made the group? I really don't know. She's one of those ones that I could have, switched her out for somebody else. But I don't hate that she's in this group. Not the way I don't like Chaewon being in this group. And not the way I don't like Yoojin being in this group. And especially not the way I don't like Haewon being in this group. I think she's really, really pretty. She really does look a lot like Jui. And I feel like she'd look really pretty in the center. I know that's weird, but after she did 1000%, which is my favorite song from the that evaluation, I just think, she kind of fits being there. And I know she can rap, and her voice is okay for singing, But I think she's really going to do well as far as like photo shoots and CFs and things like that. And she's probably going to end up a lot like what Chewie does, and even a lot like what Yuna does, as far as, kind of being front and center for her visuals and things like that. And our last member, who made all the drama really happen, and you know what, I would have burned someone's house down if this girl didn't make it into this group, is WM's Lee Chae-yeon. Girl, oh my god, they aired this live while I was at work, and I'm not supposed to be using my phone at work. I had my phone tucked under my computer, and I was playing it live, and I don't understand Korean, so I was just watching this girl in tears, and I knew she hadn't been called up yet, and she's just in tears. Like, you could tell how badly she wanted it. Not saying that the other trainee didn't want it, not saying that the Cube trainee, her name escapes me right now, that she didn't want it, but you could see how badly that Chae-yeon wanted this, and I'm so happy she made it. And she's a phenomenal dancer. I heard them say that she's like feather Chae-yeon. She really is. I didn't know how to describe her dancing until one of the trainees said that, and her dancing is amazing. She could be a main vocal if she wanted to. She can sing, she can dance. I know a lot of people criticize her visual, but honestly, on stage, she looks really good. I know she looks a little bit off, not to be mean, but she looks a little bit off and not exactly what Koreans want. But on stage, she looks gorgeous, and she knows how to use her body. She knows how to dance. She knows how to sing. She knows how to do everything. Oh, I love this girl so much. So much. When 16 came out, I did prefer her sister over her, and I didn't think she should have made twice, but she should have been in this group, and I'm so glad she was. So that was our top 12. IZONE. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about what a lot of people, especially in the international fandom, are talking about. Some of the eliminated members. Now, there is only 3 Japanese trainees in this group. While I don't think, when they initially announced Produce 48, there was reports that it was going to be 6 and 6. While I don't think that was the best option, because a lot of people said, what if the Korean trainees are better, or things like that? How is that going to be fair if you're going to take 6 Japanese, but number 6 from Japanese wasn't as good as number 7 from Korea? And I get that, but I would have liked at least 4 or 5. I mean, this is a group of 12, and it was supposed to be a global girl group. One that I really wanted to make this final group, and she didn't, was, I can't say her name, Takeuchi Miyu from AKB48, and she just announced her graduation. I haven't looked at all the details for that, and I really hope it's not because she didn't make this group, and I really hope it's because she's moving forward, because, for no screen time, Mnet really did not give this girl a lick of screen time. She was pretty much in the top 12 from the very beginning, as soon as she did her evaluation, and nothing. Like, how do you give a trainee so popular? Nothing. And I think that's where kind of people are saying that it's kind of a little bit shady, because for as popular as Miyu was, she was never given any screen time. And I mean, nothing. Like, I think this is where they kind of, like, picked and pulled. And they were trying to convince the Korean public not to pick this girl. And Korea just wasn't listening. And they were going with Miyu. They wanted Miyu. And then the last evaluation happened. And I honestly, I think that note was too high for her. And maybe she should have given it to someone else. But I don't know if that would have changed anything. We don't know. I would have changed her. I would have put her in this group in a heartbeat. Another one that I really wanted to be in this group that only got screen time in like the first episode was Shiroma Miru from NMB48. That girl's eyes, oh my god, she could stare into my soul. And I think I would thank her. Like, oh my god. I'm very, I didn't really pay attention to her. But in Side to Side, that girl, without a shadow of a doubt, was the center of that piece. And in Rollin', her expression, like her eyes, just everything she does is just very, like, appealing and very attractive. And you know what? Her voice kind of annoys me, but I also don't think we got to hear her sing enough. So I can't be the judge of that. But 100%, I think she should have made this group. I loved her. She was one of my favorites. And I'm really sad she didn't make it, to be completely honest with you. Now, another one that a lot of people are going to hate me for, if anybody actually watches this video, is Pledis Entertainment's Lee Ka-eun. She used to be an after school, you know, already debuted, has all this experience. This was the one I was kind of happy about. I know a lot of people wanted her to be in the group because, you know, this is her second chance, and, you know, that's great and everything. And I was really rooting for her in the beginning too, you know. Like, go for it, girl. You know, this is your chance to shine and show Pledis what you can do. But she didn't. I think she was number one for those first couple of episodes for her name and for her story and, you know, things like that. But she didn't really do any. She was stable. You know, stable vocal, stable rapper, stable dancer. But nothing about her really appealed to me as a viewer. There was just other people I liked more, and she was okay. And every group you kind of put her in, she either blended in or stood out in a bad way. And I don't know how to describe that. I don't know if it's her, you know, not her age, because I think we're the same age. But her mature look, her maturity, and I don't know if maybe it was her experience, or maybe, you know, because of After School's concept itself is very, you know, the sexy pussycat doll route. And these girls were obviously never going to go for that. And, you know, this is Produce 101 and this is South Korea. They were never going to go for that. She just didn't fit to me. I don't think she was ever going to fit into this group. And even if you input her into this group right now, I still don't think she would fit. I think it would just throw everything off and the balance wouldn't look good. I love her. She's super talented, and I really hope Pledis does something amazing with her. Maybe put her with Yoonjin in a group, or maybe, you know, reboot After School or something. I really hope she does something. But I don't think she fit into this group in particular. Now, we can say what we want to say about the final and what came about it. But at the end of the day, this is what we assume Korea voted for, and this is the group we got. And overall, you know, I'm happy. And, you know, I have 3 girls that I could switch, and maybe places. And maybe places that I could switch, but overall I'm pretty happy. And, you know, just because 1 or 2 girls I don't like are in this group, and a couple of girls that I did want are not in this group, doesn't mean I'm not going to support this group. I mean, it's a really interesting concept, Produce 48 and AKB48. And I know the reports were that they were going to do the AKB48 route, where they had their own theater, and, you know, it was the idols you can meet kind of thing. I don't know how that's going to work, especially being in, you know, South Korea, where idols have different schedules and they're always going from place to place to place. And the whole reason that idols you can meet own theater thing works with AKB48 is because they have Team A, Team K, Team B, Team 4, you know, Team A. They have all these teams. That way these girls aren't doing shows every single night and meeting fans every single night. And, you know, and the other girls can go off and do, you know, the variety, or if they need to do a performance somewhere else, they're going to go out and do the performance somewhere else. And how's that going to work? If they were going to go that route, maybe they should have, you know, made multiple teams, like maybe bring in those eliminated girls, or maybe done the whole, you know, 48 thing, where there's all these girls who make this team, and then Team A is like Wonyeon, Sakura, Chaeyeon, Chowan, Kaun. Team B has Eunbi, Hyewon, Honda Hitomi, my girl Sunmi lookalike that she deserves so much better. I love her so much. Her abs. You know, all these girls, you know, maybe that would have been a better route. I'm really interested to see how IZONE plays out and to see what goes on and things like that. But you know what? It is what it is. You know, and I'm really excited for their debut, and I'm really excited to see where this goes, especially for I'm actually more interested to see how this goes for the AKB48 girls, well, HKT48 and AKB48 girl. Is it still recording? I'm really excited to see how this plays out. And, see if this actually did help AKB48 gain any kind of, international gain any kind of international presence, more so of an international presence, like the way the way K-pop does, and to see if this kind of helped cross over these K-pop girls, into the Japanese industry already, since so many of these K-pop groups do it already. Norway twice is dominating right now. I'm really actually really interested to see how that plays out. I know this kind of got me into AKB48, if I'm completely honest. After the group battle, High Tension came out, I went off, and I can't download it. It's nowhere. Come on, AKB48, bring out my music. But I went and I play that song all the time. It's such a pump-up song. Like, I will go and I will jam out to that song. I love that song. And I also love Heavy Rotation. I'm there like, I want you, I need you, I love you. Na 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 na. Heavy Rotation. I love those two songs. I'm actually getting into Fortune Cookie right now. Yeah, I'm getting into all those songs. So it really did kind of bridge that world for me. So I'm kind of interested to see how that goes for all of our trainees, and to see if any groups come out of this. The only group that I genuinely follow from Produce 101 Season 1 is Soyeon's group, and she didn't even get to debut with IOI. G-Idol, I love them. I think they're fantastic. Gugudan's, okay. Cosmic Girls, I only like their title tracks. Weki Meki, I hate the name. I think the members don't match, but they're another story. Somi just left JYP, so we'll see what goes on for her. Who else? Chungha, I like her title tracks, and I think she's a phenomenal dancer. I don't know, like, I don't love her as much as I loved her in IOI. Actually, as much as I loved her in Produce 101, she was okay in IOI, but I think she really showcased who she was as a dancer with Produce 101. Pristin was my first go-to, and they're kind of dropped off the map. I didn't really get it. It was good. I just I don't think they executed that concept as well as they could have. I loved We Like, and I loved their debut, and I really wish they would come back soon. So where is she? I didn't think she should have made the first season either, but you know what? I didn't hate her. Where is she? What is she doing? I know she wanted to be an actress, so I really hope she's acting. But yeah, these were kind of my thoughts on Produce 48. Go ahead and comment, like, subscribe. A lot more videos will be coming onto this channel. Hopefully I get better, and hopefully you don't have to see this crappy ass quality forever. And hopefully I'll look better eventually. That's a hopefully. So you'll have to excuse this because this is in my my dining room with horrible ass quality. And a Mac camera. Got to use what you got. You gotta do what you gotta do. Anyways, so go ahead, leave a comment, like, subscribe. I'll put all my information in the description box. Let me know if you like this kind of video, because I will probably be uploading whether or not I get any views. This is fun for me. This is something that kind of relaxes me and helps with my anxiety. I really want to talk about the Produce 48 group battles also. I have a lot of notes on both groups and who I think should have won, who I think shouldn't have won, who deserved more screen time, who really killed it, and who should have gotten the cut. But anyways, like, subscribe, leave a comment. I don't have anything cool to say to sign us off, but it's your girl Krystal. Nope, no, we're not going to do that. I'm not Liza Koshy. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. This is Krystal. Have a great day.